The Whitmore mansion smells like pine and cinnamon, but to me it feels closer to formaldehyde. I stand in the middle of the living room holding a cream-colored gift box wrapped in silk ribbon. Inside sits a lifetime VIP membership to Second Chance Hearts, a dating app designed for women over 30 who waited too long. Beneath it lies a hardcover book with gold letters stamped across the front. Finding Peace When You Die Alone. My younger sister, Lydia Whitmore, giggles. I saw it on TikTok, she says sweetly. The reviews were amazing. Across the room, my mother, Evelyn Whitmore, sits perfectly straight on the ivory sofa. Don't take it personally, Mara, she says. Lydia is just worried about your future. My father, Charles Whitmore, swirls bourbon in a crystal glass without looking at me. No one defends me. I close the box slowly. 8 months ago, I sat at my dining table in Denver tying velvet ribbons around wedding invitations. Thick cardstock, elegant script, the kind that whispers luxury. My husband, Adrian Cole, had leaned against the doorway. Shouldn't you call them? He asked carefully. They wouldn't miss it, I said. But they did. 2 empty chairs sat in the front row of our ceremony. I had painted their names on wooden signs decorated with daisies because my mother once mentioned she liked them. That was 6 years ago. I remember everything they forget. Well, Lydia tilts her head. Aren't you going to say thank you? Something inside me cracks, but not in the way she expects. I tuck the gift box under my arm. Thank you, Lydia, I say calmly. Her smile falters. Because tonight, for the first time in my life, I'm not here to be the quiet, disappointing daughter. Tonight, I'm here to end something, and they don't realize it yet. Dinner begins beneath a chandelier that scatters light across polished silver and white linen. My mother tapped her glass. I'd like to make a toast, Evelyn announces warmly, to my youngest daughter. Lydia straightens instantly, her engagement ring flashing under the lights. She'll be married this spring, my mother continues proudly. 300 guests, the Grand Regent Ballroom, a wedding done properly. My father nods approvingly. Across the table, Lydia glows like she's been rehearsing this moment her whole life. Lydia has always understood family reputation, my mother adds. Grace, class, standards. The word standards lands like a slap. Then her eyes turn to me. But what about you, Mara? She asks lightly. You're almost 30. Surely you don't plan to live alone with your houseplants forever. Silence spreads across the table. Lydia leans forward, pretending to be concerned. When will it be your turn? I set my fork down carefully. I'm not single, I say calmly. My mother blinks. Excuse me? I've been married for 8 months. The reaction is immediate. Ridiculous, Evelyn snaps. You expect us to believe that? Lydia adds quickly. Are you trying to ruin my engagement dinner? My father's voice hardens. If you sent invitations like you claim, why didn't you call when we didn't respond? And suddenly the truth hits me again. They're not confused. They're pretending. Gaslighting me right here in front of witnesses. My phone slides quietly from my clutch beneath the table. I type a single word to Adrian. Now. The message shows read almost instantly. Across the room, the massive television above the fireplace flickers. My mother frowns. What is that? I stand slowly. There's something you all need to see, I say. My father's voice turns sharp. Mara, sit down. I shake my head. You always believe Lydia without question, I reply evenly. But you forgot one thing. I glance toward the screen as it switches to a computer desktop. My husband is a cybersecurity engineer. The room goes completely silent. The television brightens. On the screen appears a delivery receipt, clear signature, clear date. Lydia Whitmore, February 12th. 10:15. Lydia goes pale. So what? She says quickly. I signed for a package. That proves nothing. It proves you received my wedding invitations, I say. Before anyone can interrupt, the next file opens. My mother's email settings. At the top is a filter labeled Wedding Block. Rule, if the subject contains wedding, and Mara, delete permanently. Created 2 days after the invitations arrived. This filter was added from Lydia's phone, I say. My mother's face drains white. Lydia stands so fast her chair scrapes the floor. I was protecting you, she cries. Her wedding was small, embarrassing, and rushed. I didn't want this family to be humiliated. She almost sells it too. Almost. Then Adrian plays the final clip. Front door camera footage. The FedEx driver hands Lydia the blue package. She reads my name, her expression hardens, and she throws the unopened box straight into the recycling bin. No hesitation, no concern, just contempt. When the video ends, the silence is deadly. Lydia's fiancé, Graham Mercer, rises. First, "You gave her a book about dying alone," he says, staring at Lydia, while knowing she was already married. He removes her ring and sets it on the table. "We're done." His father follows, canceling a major business deal with mine on the spot. Lydia turns toward me, shaking with fury. "You ruined everything." I pick up the cruel gift box and place it in front of her beside the abandoned ring. "Keep it," I say. "You need it more than I do." Then I walk out. The winter air hits cold and clean. My ride is waiting at the curb. When Adrian answers my video call, his face fills the screen, warm and steady. "Is it over?" he asks. I smile for real this time. "Yes," I tell him. "Take me home."